The door was locked with a keypad. The wires from the camera ran into the room behind. It must have captured the whole robbery. If I could get the code to the keypad, I might be able to shed some light on the crime. The door was marked private. So that was why the alarm hadn't sounded. A wire had been cut by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. This was an inside job. Excuse me, Father.
Yes, my son.
I'm George Stobart. My company insured the exhibition.
My name is Simeon.
Is there anything I can do?
You can pray for his soul.
A senseless murder.
On the contrary, this killing makes plenty of sense.
What do you mean?
A great evil has taken place. This is the work of the devil.
What?
I am a Dominican priest. I know these things. And now, excuse me, I must pray.
1 minute I'd been planning dinner with Nico. The next I was talking art theft, murder, and the devil with a priest. There was a small piece of paper in the dead man's hand. It was too intriguing not to take a look. It read, 2:30 p.m., be ready. Innocent enough, until I realized that the robbery took place at 2:30 p.m. There was something fishy going on around here. I quickly replaced the note. In Henri's pocket was a tiny bottle. It was a bottle of Brett. The label claimed it would wake the beast within. A cryptic note and a bottle of overpowering cologne. No personal effects or anything else of substance. I definitely needed to check out that office. It was Hector Lane, France's greatest art critic. We'd met before. It hadn't ended well. For a moment, I thought he was dead, but from the snoring, I guessed he'd only fainted. In the pocket was a pair of nail clippers. They were monogrammed with the letters H.L. Time to awaken the beast. What?
What was that? Where am I?
You fainted. Welcome back to the land of the living.
I wouldn't exactly call this living. Don't just stand there. Get me something to eat. I've had a terrible shock, you know.
The thief left the pizza box behind. Well, no surprise there. Pizza. The guy must have been hungry. I found a slice of pizza.
I asked for food, boy, not a cardboard simulacrum.
Oh, okay, if you don't want it.
I didn't say that. Now give it here. Given the circumstances, that was surprisingly acceptable. Now, what's been going on? Oh, Henri, is he
Dead? Afraid so.
poor chap? Just like him to steal the limelight, though.
Excuse me.
Do I know you?
Yes, our paths have crossed.
Of course.
Afraid.
Pity. I'm sorry.
I'm George Stobart. I insured the exhibition.
I hope you have deep pockets then, my boy.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Fire.
Do you know anything about the stolen painting?
Of course, dear boy. La Malediccio, a little-known work, turned up at the last minute.
What about the killer? Were you able to get a look at him?
A delinquent in a tin hat.
Oh, yeah, you fainted.
Those of us with a higher aesthetic are more sensitive to violence.
If Lane was involved with the gallery, then he had to know the code to that door. So, you help run this place? Maybe you can give me the code to that door.
The code to the office?
I just thought you might have the number.
I do, but I couldn't possibly give you access before the police arrive.
I figured I wasn't going to get the door code from Lane by playing nice. I needed to turn the heat up. Mr. Lane, you're really going to have to give me the code to that door.
And why, pray, should I do that?
Because the way the cops will see it, you're the prime suspect. We both know you're innocent, Mr. Lane, but I might be able to get them off your case, but
that's preposterous. The police would have neither evidence nor motive.
Funny you should mention that. Someone sabotaged the alarm on the stolen painting. A wire was cut.
What? Who could have got into the alarm system?
Exactly. It was an inside job, Mr. Lane.
You're not suggesting that I...
Well, I'm afraid that's the way the cops are going to see it.
That's preposterous.
Are these your nail clippers, Mr. Lane?
Yes, they have my...
Huh. The perfect implement for cutting the alarm on the stolen painting.
What are you saying?
Well, the alarm was sabotaged, Mr. Lane. It was an inside job.
Are you accusing me? I had no reason to kill Henri, no motive whatsoever.
Okay, but I don't think the cops will see it like that. And I sure would like that door code. This is an inside job for sure, Mr. Lane. The police are going to be very interested in your recent movements.
I've been out of town for several days, and last night I retired early.
Just saying.
You're not going to scare me into giving you that door code, you know.
I was onto something here, and I knew it. Lane was sweating. It wasn't pretty. How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
I've been away from Paris for several days.
The street was quiet and upmarket. Not the kind of place for an opportunist thief.
Sensors detect incoming audio source. I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
Excuse me.
Monsieur?
There's just been a robbery at the gallery.
Oh, really?
You don't sound surprised.
All property is theft, monsieur. And all art is property. Therefore, all art...
When you put it like that. The gallery owner, Henri, was shot dead trying to stop the robbery.
Life has no meaning the moment you lose the illusion of being eternal.
Right.
Can we ever truly know another human being? He spent little time at the cafe.
What do you know about Hector Lane?
Lane? Oh, yes. He drinks here sometimes. He slid away last night without paying.
Last night? What sort of time?
After midnight, for sure. If you see him, give him this...
The check was from last night. This could be the leverage I needed to get the office door code from Lane. Thank you for your consistent indifference, monsieur.
Perhaps next time you come, I will give you a coffee. Perhaps not.
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not.
Guilty by way of...
I've been away from Paris.
Take a look at this.
What of it?
It's your bill from the cafe next door.
So?
It's dated yesterday. You said you were out of town. You sure drank a lot of champagne last night without paying the bill. But you told me that you were away from Paris last night. I hate to say it, but that sounds like a lie to me. Tell you what, you give me the code to the door, and the police need never know. A motive and proof of involvement. Not looking good, Mr. Lane.
You are a blackmailer, Stobart.
Just doing my job.
All right. You have me. The number is 6397. But I admit to no...
I had the code. The police will be here any moment. What was that number again? 642... No.
Everyone, hold it right there.
Damn it.
I am Inspector Navet of the Paris Serious Crime Squad, and I hereby declare this crime scene open. Now, nobody move. Move, I want a total lockdown. Nobody in or out.
I needed to get back into the gallery, but a familiar figure was guarding the door. It was Sergeant Mou.
Help me, Nico Collard. You're my only hope.
Sergeant Mou, we meet again.
Aha, Madame Collard. An unexpected pleasure.
I was in the gallery at the time of the theft. Can I get back in?
I am sorry, but I am under strict orders from Inspector Navet. Nobody in, nobody out. And I must correct you, madame. It is no longer just a theft. It is a murder.
Mon Dieu! That poor man! Who is Inspector Navet?
The most promising young investigator on the force. A genius, a man blessed with almost superhuman insight.
He sounds highly perspicacious.
Madame, it is not for us to talk about the inspector's sweaty proclivities. He is about to solve his third case in as many days.
So, what's he got that the other investigators don't have?
Blood spatter. He is the world expert. He reads the entrails of the crime scene like a
I really need to get into the gallery and speak to Inspector Nave.
Tut. He is not to be disturbed. He is applying his famous scientific methods. Any moment now, the case will be cracked. I certainly hope so. I am dog-tired and want to go home.
Why are you so tired, Sergeant Moo?
I have been working for 3 days with no rest. Nave is a genius in his field, and he assumes that we all...
Oh, you poor man. If you'd like to go and get some sleep.
That's very thoughtful of you. Ha! A cunning attempt to make me a deserter, madame. A gendarme never leaves his post.
Well, how about a hot drink?
Ah, that would do the trick for sure. Unfortunately, I mustn't drink on duty. My doctor specifically warned me against it after the last...
That incident you mentioned, what happened exactly?
I don't want to talk about it. All I can say is it was very unfortunate. I am on duty.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant Moo. You've been so helpful.
Madame,
Bonjour, monsieur.
whatever it is you want, we are closed.
Then why are you standing here?
You would not understand.
Try me.
Because I look at you and I know you're
The others?
the pretty women who shop, who gossip, who have their spa days.
That bad, huh?
And the men with their grooming products and their shiny shoes and their skinny suits who come to my cafe and ask me for lattes, macchiatos, frappe.
I see your point.
Is this what we fought on the barricades for, madame? Ripped up the paving slabs, bled on the streets.
Isn't it?
No, madame, it is not. We fought for ideas, for philosophy, for freedom, equality, fraternity.
Vive la...
And do you know what drove us on as we fought? What fueled the streets of Paris in that...
cheap wine and free sex?
No, madame, no! It was French Café Noir that inspired her.
So that's why you closed?
Yes, madame. I serve only thinkers, philosophers. And you, madame, with your polite top and your pointy ear.
This is a cafe.
Yes, to the right people.
On any other day, I would have given this guy a straight one to the chin. But there was a chance he could help me get into the gallery. Monsieur.
Life is fleeting, madame.
Well, that may be, but...
We know not what we want, and yet we are responsible for what we are.
There's been a crime.
That is terrible, madame.
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
Life begins on the other side of despair. C'est vrai, no?
Well, I guess so. He was pushing me to...
During the riots, we battled the forces of oppression.
Oh, really?
It was, except that they made me stay behind the barricades with the other baristas. We made I've never brewed so much coffee. Of course, our brave heroes spent half their time going for a pee. But with our coffee inside them, they fought the running dogs all night long.
None of this was helping me get...
Au revoir.
Here's my press card.
La liberté. Madame, you are not the person that I took you to be. You must accept my deep...
Well, of course I accept. But why?
La liberté. at the height of the battle, as the tear gas blew and the blood flowed. It was La Liberté which carried the voice of our revolution to the world. I know now that you are not the kind of woman who would ask me for... You are a true daughter of France, and I am your humble servant.
Monsieur,
The road to enlightenment is a long one, madame.
could we have a little chat?
Any time, madame.
How about some coffee?
For you, madame, of course. There is only one coffee that I can serve you. Black, strong. One moment. Here is your coffee, madame.
Thank you, monsieur. The coffee was hot and strong. Could you make me a coffee to go?
For a fellow revolutionary? Of course, madame. One moment. Here's your takeaway.
Thank you, miss. Sergeant Moo, I brought you a coffee.
Coffee? Fantastic. Just what I need. But wait. I must not.
I'm sure one little cup of coffee won't hurt.
I'm tempted, madame.
So, this incident, it involved you, some coffee?
It is a tale of woe, madame.
I'm all ears, Sergeant.
Well, since you seem quite understanding, I shall elaborate.
Please do.
I was in charge of canine security for the president himself. One day, en vacances, he went for a private discussion with a lady minister. I stayed alone with his dog, but I had drunk a coffee to stay awake. So I tied the dog to a tree and went for a secret pee-pee. When I came back, the dog was having a liaison dangereuse with the lady minister's terrier.
But how did they find out?
Well, 2 months later, the president's Labrador gave birth to 6 beautiful mongrels. And I was busted to sergeant.
You are a victim of a great injustice, Sergeant.
You think so?
But of course, you knew you must not fall asleep at...
Well, the president's dog.
Ah, it was the same thing.
Yes, I suppose.
And by drinking that coffee, you made the ultimate sacrifice for our glorious republic.
Now you put it like that?
And now France is calling you again. She is saying, drink, Sergeant Moo, drink!
She is?
She is. Drink or fall asleep.
I suppose it is drink?
Bravo, Sergeant.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Excuse me, madame. I must use the petit gendarme's room. It has gone straight through me. Could you watch the gallery door for me?
Oh, you can count on me, Sergeant. I distracted Moo.
How did you get past Sergeant Moo? Well, you won't fool me so easily, madame.
Nico,
Am I glad to see you.
I managed to grab a couple of photos, but the guy got away.
Poor Henri is dead.
I know. Why kill him?
I've been trying to find out. Turns out the alarm was tampered with.
So, no ordinary robbery?
And no ordinary painting. I need to get into the office and see what the CCTV has to offer.
So, what's the problem?
The inspector's watching me like a hawk.
I'll see what I can do. Inspector Navet, do you have a moment?
My time is of the essence. Be quick now.
Why don't you check out the security camera footage?
Madame, that is not my area of
But the CCTV footage is evidence.
correction, madame. It is but an indicator. The only true evidence is bodily fluid. Unless you know something I don't?
The only evidence Inspector Navet seemed to appreciate involved gore. Thanks, Inspector. I'll let you know if I remember anything else. If I was going to distract Navet, I needed to unearth new evidence or concoct some. And the bloodier, the better. The tomato sauce had splattered on the floor. I scraped up the chewing gum with my press card, hoping the inspector wouldn't notice. How about that for a distraction? I wondered whether it would be enough. Inspector!
Yes?
Have you seen the stain on the floor over there? It looks like blood.
Indeed. How very curious. I must investigate immediately. Interesting. Maybe it is time to employ the machine.
Okay, Georges, that should distract him for a while.
Nice work, Nico. I'll let you know what I find in the office. I was sure the inspector hadn't seen me slip away, but I needed to be quick, because it wouldn't take him long.
At last, Stobart.
Sorry, Mr. Rickenbacker. I've been busy.
Yeah, I damn well hope so. I'm watching the news.
Oh, anything interesting?
Yeah, someone stole a painting.
Oh, really?
And it was one you insured. What's going on?
Yes. Well, the guy was armed, sir.
So?
You think I should have thrown myself in front of the thief, wrestled him to the ground, got myself shot?
Sure would have made me feel better. Anyway, find that painting, or give me a good reason not to pay out. Please tell me that you have some leads.
I'm working on it. Oh, man. The priest was right. Evil was abroad. The CCTV system was ancient. It took individual shots and recorded them to tape. It looked like I needed to enter a passcode to view the recording. I needed to find a 4-digit number. calendar looked like a child's school project. Henri had ringed 27th May and scrawled birthday. Poor guy hadn't quite made it to his big day. Bingo. I rewound the tape to before the robbery. This was the first interesting frame. It was Henri studying La Malédiction. He couldn't have had any idea what was about to happen. The image was a little fuzzy, but in the center of the painting was what looked like a snake eating its own tail. I thought about what the priest said. There was definitely something unsettling about the picture. Was Henri studying that picture, or did he look worried? There was definitely more to this robbery than I first thought. Nico and I were taking a look at La Malédiction just before the robbery. Funny, the painting didn't strike me as remarkable at the time, just odd. A good view of La Malédiction. I could kind of see why Father Simeon thought it was evil. There was a certain presence about it. The killer caught in the act. There was nothing really distinctive about him. The moment it all went horribly wrong. There was some writing on the front of his helmet, but I couldn't quite make it out. The killer making his getaway. A logo on the front of his helmet read Waterloo Motors. That could be useful. The painting was gone. There I was, taking a look at the alarm box. I hadn't thought about that when I was taking a look at the camera. That was the last shot. I'd probably learned everything I could from the CCTV. There was nothing else in the drawer. The folder looked interesting. This was very definitely tampering with evidence. It was a completion of work notice from a company called Vera Security. They weren't the guys we'd recommended. Henri had gone behind our backs to choose a different security outfit. I'd never heard of Vera Security, but there was an address and phone number on the form.
Hello, Vera Security?
George Stobart here, Paris Mutual.
Never heard of you.
Really? Well, I'm surprised. We're leaders in our field in commercial insurance, and our brand recognition is...
Do me a favor. Don't call back.
The lady hung up. I was going to have to visit in person. The statue was jaunty. Up close and personal, I could see that the fig leaf was hinged. It was a statue of Henri, a strategic... Thankfully, there was no one around to see me do this. Very interesting. I wasn't going to open the safe without the key. I was fairly sure that even Henri wouldn't be silly enough to keep it hidden in the office. In the trash can, I found a crumpled letter from Henri's credit card company, demanding immediate payment. It listed extravagant purchases from a variety of ladies' fashion stores. The address indicated that Henri lived in the chic and expensive 16th arrondissement of Paris. I decided to put the letter back.
Monsieur, So, you have snuck in here, and now you are tampering with my evidence.
I wasn't tampering with anything. I was just looking for clues.
That is my job, Monsieur...
Stobart. George Stobart. Paris Mutual. We insured the exhibition.
Oh, really?
Well, no. We have plenty to lose from the robbery.
Don't patronize me, monsieur. Only a fool wouldn't know how insurance works.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have to get up very early in the morning, which means I can be sure to catch the worm.
So I see.
May I remind you, monsieur, that a serious crime has been committed. I am going to have to ask you to return to the gallery.
Of course. But I do need to ask you a few questions.
D'accord. But remember, anything you say can be used against you.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind. It's very likely that the security camera holds a clue to the killer's identity.
Monsieur, I am a professional, and you are an amateur.
Do you know anything about a company called Vera Security?
No, I have never heard of them. Now, I must get on with my investigation. Monsieur, you are American, no?
Yeah, California born and bred.
Of course. I think perhaps you are wanting to be like that Starsky and Butch, monsieur. No? Rolling around on top of fast cars with beautiful ladies, firing your gun.
Interesting idea, Inspector, but...
Indeed. Well, let me tell you something, monsieur. You are my prime suspect. You may go now, but I will need to speak with you again.
I had some valuable leads. But before following up on them, I had important business to attend to. Hey, Nico, you want to grab a quick cup of coffee?
Sure.
I am pleased to announce that I have finished my preliminary investigation. This is now an official crime scene. I shall be questioning all of you again in the coming days. Nobody is to leave the country. Monsieur Lane will stay behind to help secure the premises. Mo?
Yes, Inspector.
Let them out.
Right away, sir.
Two coffees, please.
Nice work in there, Nico. Whatever you did, it worked.
I just made a tiny distraction.
I think Nave would buy anything if it had blood on it. You know, this whole setup, the theft, the murder...
What do you mean?
The security firm that Henri used was not the one I recommended.
Well, that's understandable. I've been to restaurants that you recommended.
I've got their address. Maybe they can tell me who could have had access to that alarm. Like I said, I think it was an inside job.
Go on.
Someone disabled the alarm, but on just one painting.
Let me guess.
Exactly. And I aim to find out who did it. The CCTV picked up an image of the thief. His helmet had the words Waterloo Motors written across it.
Interesting. I think I got a couple of good shots of him, too.
Great. Let me know what you find. Smell this.
Oh, zut alors. I had an uncle who used to wear that. Maman told me to watch out for him.
Well, the priest thinks La Malediccio is evil.
Charles, she's just crazy.
Yeah, you're probably right. But there's something strange going on.
Good luck with your investigations. Well, I guess I should go.
Yeah?
It's good to see you again.
Great to see you too, Nico. I watched her walk away. The sound of traffic, the sun shining, a crime to solve, and Nico back in my life. The address led me to a dead-end alley at the end of a deadbeat mall. No wonder I'd never heard of Vera's security.
Help!
What's wrong?
There's a monster
What? Where?
on the floor. Get rid of it.
Oh, the cockroach.
Yes, the cockroach.
Come here, little fella. There were crumbs on the floor. No wonder the cockroach was sticking around. There was a huge cock... Romanovs, a Russian brand cigarette. As a child, I'd always been told not to play with matches. I went to take a closer look. I emptied the matchbox, but decided to hold on to the matches. I set down my matchbox. Cockroaches like hiding in dark places. Cockroach wasn't going for it. I needed some bait. The box needed... Hello, I'm George Stobart.
Call me Bassam. And do please forgive me. I have a resounding headache.
Bad migraine, eh?
The worst. The buzzing and flashing from the old sign is killing me. I thought the neon sign had potential.
Is it your sign?
No, the previous owners. But this is horrible. Adversely affecting my footfall and giving me a splitting headache.
You want me to try fixing that sign for you?
Do you know what you're doing?
I'm very good at fixing things.
Then please do. Marketing analysis and predicting trends is more my thing.
I took a good look at the sign. The wiring was exposed and the cover broken. No wonder it was flashing. I pulled the wire off. Well, that was one way to stop the letters flashing. Now only half the sign was illuminated. The buzzing and flashing has stopped.
And I am very grateful. But the sign still looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? When you're building a brand from the ground up, name is everything. I need a name that makes my customers long for adventure and treasures from faraway places.
Tell me about your business idea.
This stall is going to put me through college. But the nonsense sign is working against me. I need something original, yet familiar.
I could take a look at your sign, come up with something.
You are like a genie from a magic lamp.
Seemed the letters could be moved around. Shame it didn't have the right letters to spell Bassam. I'd have to think of something else. Aha! That seemed like a good name. Hey, Bassam, how about this? I know it's not your name, but...
Aladdin! Very cool! That's a terrific name for my store.
Glad you like it.
You're a genius, George. Aha, Mr. Stobart. What can I do for you?
What do you think?
I'm over the moon, George. Thanks to you, I can now sell my retro cavalcade of musical cards, brushes, and you know what they say?
Do you happen to know a good way to catch a cockroach?
To be honest, George, I'm better at questions on balancing budgets within a liberal economic framework. But as a layman, perhaps I could suggest you trap it?
Why's that?
The entire family will catch the scent and arrive for the funeral.
Ooh, we don't want that.
You need to find a container of some sort.
Rich tea.
The perfect cockroach biscuit. Dry, dull, unsatisfying, and yet curiously Moorish.
I'll give it a try.
Glad to help.
I added some bait to the matchbox. Even I was finding it hard to resist that little trap. Gotcha!
You are a gentleman and no mistake.
Always ready to help a damsel in distress.
I bet you are.
Yes, please. Do you know if there's anyone in the office I can talk business with?
Yes, me, chérie.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Easy mistake to make.
Oh, but I have been reconstructed.
Yes?
There's been a theft at Le Lézard Bleu. A painting's been stolen.
Shame. Still, I'm sure you'll get over it.
I believe your company set up the security.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Oh, yes, you did.
Didn't.
Did.
I've got all day.
But I didn't. It says here that Vera was hired to do the security at the gallery. Didn't do a very good job, did you?
Where did you get that?
At the gallery.
That job was signed off. You can't say we were to blame.
I was getting a bad feeling. The place looked like a front, and the only person there wasn't helping. Maybe the office itself could give me more information.
Are you done? Only I want to listen to this next race.
Thanks.
Hello, Vera Security. We make you secure. Wrong number again. Damn nuisance calls.
I wanted to see what secrets the book...
Yes?
Recognize this?
Hey, that's my photo.
That's you with Lane, I believe.
So, what if it is?
What is he to you?
Oh, my Hector, that's what he is.
Yeah, I thought you said you had nothing to do with the gallery.
Look, here's how it is. I had nothing to do with that gallery job. I just delivered the paperwork.
So, who's the manager before you?
I don't know. She just, one day, didn't come in for work. The boss told me to keep my mouth shut.
The boss. Have you got his number or address?
No, I've forgotten it.
Annette, a serious crime has been committed.
I had nothing to do with it. Look, I need this job. I need the money. Anyway, it's only a silly old painting.
The gallery owner was shot.
Badly?
Yeah, he's pretty dead.
Oh.
This is a murder investigation.
I don't know. Honest.
He. Who's he?
I've never seen him. Don't make trouble for poor Annette.
Thanks. I was pretty sure Annette had told me all she was going to. She sounded scared. Time to put the thumbscrews on Lane, and I knew just how. Time to confront Lane. The gallery was sealed off. Lane wasn't exactly easy to miss, and it looked like he wasn't around.
Seize the day, boys.
Hi.
Monsieur?
I'm looking for Mr. Lane. Has he been here?
Ah, yes, monsieur. He came by earlier. Told me he was off to console Henri's widow. I hope she's out.
So Lane was consoling the widow. What a big heart that guy had. Did he have a grand scheme or just loose morals?
Hello?
This is George Stobart.
I'm sorry, this is a very inconvenient time.
I know that's you, Mr. Lane. I need to talk to you. Mr. Lane, does the name Annette mean anything to you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. If you don't let me in, I'll tell the police about your interesting connection to the security company.
All right then. Come up, but make it brief.
Dear Lord, George.
Is this a bad time to accuse you of lying?
What do you want?
I've just come from Vera's security.
So?
I'm surprised you let your conquests keep souvenirs.
Oh. Where did you get that?
Annette lent it to me.
Quit waving it around, for God's sake.
Can you tell me anything about the owner of Vera?
Annette told me he's some angry-looking Russian chap.
Come on, Lane. Tell me about Annette.
All right. I had a fling with her, okay?
And you two fixed the security for the robbery?
No, nothing like that.
I believe you. You're not a criminal, just a lecherous old man.
Less of the old, if you don't mind.
Especially when you leave them. Okay, Lane, take off.
You can't tell me what to do.
You want me to show Bijou this picture?
All right, I'm going.
Promise?
And give me that photo.
If Lane was telling the truth, that meant that Annette was lying. She said she'd never met the owner and was very keen to get rid of me. I wondered if she was hiding something interesting in that back office.
Are you going to introduce yourself properly?
Pleased to make your acquaintance, madame. My name's George Stobart.
Call me Bijou. Hello, young man. Such a delight to have a new visitor. What can I do for you?
I'm from the insurance company. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Henri, my poor Sauvage. He died in his prime.
Could I just ask you a few questions?
Well, why not? A little company might just pep me up, as you Americans might say.
Henri was very brave at the gallery. He tried to stop the thief and paid the ultimate price.
Henri was my life.
How are you coping?
I'm still trying to take it in, chérie.
Can you tell me about the gallery? Was the business doing well?
The gallery was Henri's baby. He never spoke to me about it.
So you weren't involved?
Not at all. Business is not my thing.
Bijou, I think someone involved with the gallery helped the thief. It wasn't Hector Lane. He's not devious enough.
But who else?
I don't know. But I will get to the bottom of it, I promise you. Thank you for your help, Bijou.
My pleasure, young man. Do come back any time.
Bijou appeared to know nothing. I still couldn't discount Lane. Annette, on the other hand, had lied about Vera's Security's owner. Night was falling. Annette would have left for the evening. It was time to pay a visit to Vera Security. The perfect ambiance for a little detective work. I wanted a good look at that back office. I just had to find a way in. I popped the lid open. Inside was an aircon unit and bingo. My wire was too short to bridge the gap. In the drawer was a single Q-tip. It was my lucky day. It hadn't been used. The room was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. In the corner of the room was a pizza delivery scooter, just like the one the killer had escaped on. I smeared some oil onto the cotton bud. I smeared the gears with oil. It was time to see what was in the letter. I grabbed the paperclip. It was the letter from Henri confirming that Vera Security had the contract for the exhibition. And it also revealed who was in charge at Vera. A guy called Medovsky. At first glance, it all seemed pretty run-of-the-mill. But why was Henri thanking Medovsky for being generous? And why was he pleased to represent him? Maybe Medovsky was the owner we'd been looking for. It didn't add up. The paperclip was perfect for the job. There was definitely something in there. Now, what are you... Gotcha. Well, would you believe it? It was a gun. And very likely the one that had been used to shoot Henri.
Aha! So, what have we here? L'Américain, Monsieur Stobart. You will rue the day you crossed my path.
Inspector, I'm investigating the robbery.
No, monsieur. You are breaking and entering an innocent storeroom.
I found the murder weapon.
Found? Mou, arrest this man and take him to the station. I shall squeeze you, Monsieur Stobart.
Thanks, Ronnie. I just wish I'd got some better shots of the killer.
Are you kidding? That's stuff from the hip. You did good, Nico.
So, what's next?
Get me an interview with the owner, and you've got Sunday's front page.
I'm on it already.
Keep me up to speed. Let me know before you write anything up.
Of course. Oh, gotta go. Monsieur?
Are you Nicole Collard?
Yes, can I help you?
I need to sit down.
You'd better come in. Would you like a glass of wine?
Yes, those stairs are a nightmare. That's better.
So, what can I do for you, monsieur?
My name is Tiago Marquez. I saw your report on the robbery. I came straight away.
And why is that?
The stolen painting, La Malédiction.
Ronnie had wanted me to interview the owner. Or rather, he was somebody who claimed to be the owner. So the stolen painting is yours. Tell me more.
La Malédiction belonged to my family in Catalonia.
So what was it doing here in Paris?
The fascists stole it in 1938. I have been looking for it ever since. You have to help me find it.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Tiago Marquez. What else is there to tell?
You traveled all the way from Catalonia?
No, since the war, I've lived in France.
You've got my attention, but if I'm to help you, I need more to go on.
I have something. This old photograph. See the painting above the fireplace?
Yes, it's La Malédiction. The photograph certainly appeared to link the old man to the painting.
You took the photographs at that robbery, huh?
I did, yes.
I need to see them.
Why?
Please, I must see them.
All right. This shot didn't come out too well.
It's perfect.
Perfect?
Finally, La Malédiction in all its splendor. The lines, the color, the detail. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Then take it. That shot is no good to me.
Really? Thank you, mademoiselle.
Here's the thief making off with the painting.
What is that tattoo on his arm?
Looks like a skull and crossbones.
You will find him, and then you will find my painting.
I can try, monsieur.
You must, mademoiselle.
Marquez's story was very interesting, but I needed to corroborate it. I wondered if the gallery kept ownership records. And while I didn't wholly trust him, where are you staying?
What? Nowhere.
I didn't want him to stay in my apartment. My neighbor is out of town for a few days.
Yes, that would be good. Thank you.
Great, let's go. Adam said that he would leave the spare key under the mat. My neighbor had left a key for me under the doormat, which reminded me the key wasn't there. The gap was wide, but not wide enough for my fingers. Using the sticky chewing gum,
this will do.
glad it's up to standard. Ronnie had promised me the front page if I got an interview with the painting's owner. And here was a crazy Spaniard claiming to be just that. I needed to find out who had put the painting up for sale. Maybe there was more to find at the gallery. Len was sitting outside the cafe. He looked dazed.
All partings foreshadow the great final one.
Hello, Monsieur Len.
Ah, the delectable Nicole Collard, super sleuth. How may I be of service?
I was hoping I'd find you here.
Always available for a lovely lady such as yourself.
What do you know about the owner of La Malédiction?
That was Henri's business.
Would anybody else know anything about the owner?
Not likely. He kept especially quiet about that one. But he always kept a manifest for every exhibition.
You mentioned a manifest.
One might start in the office.
I'm writing a follow-up piece on the gallery theft.
Ah, so you need an inside view.
Something like that.
The police have finished in the gallery. More intimate. I might even be able to rustle up a little bottle of champagne.
That sounds great.
We can discuss my ordeal over a glass of champagne.
A cozy chat with Lane was the last thing I wanted. But it was my best hope. So, what are we waiting for?
After you, my dear.
The place was heaving with junk. Finding what I wanted wouldn't be easy. As Lane sat down, something stuck out from beneath the cushion. It looked like a folder. Whatever it was.
Come, join me on the couch. You will be gentle with me, won't you?
Oh, I'm never gentle, Monsieur Lane.
Oh. Oh.
Lane hadn't noticed the folder. The only way to get hold of it was to distract him. Monsieur Lane?
Hector, please.
Oh, Hector. Perhaps I will join you in that glass of champagne.
But of course.
To new friends.
To love. Oh, mon Dieu!
Oops, silly me.
I'll have to dry this off.
In the folder was a list of all the paintings in the exhibition. La Malediccio had to be there. It was. The police had obviously not spotted the folder. I had what I needed for my story. Monsieur Lane.
Ma chérie, no need to leave so soon.
And I found out who claims to own La Malediccio. Sounds Russian, right?
Medovsky, my God.
Who is he?
He's new on the oligarch block. Fresh into London from Russia, with ambition and a bloody reputation. Collard, this is way over your head. I'm gonna put a more experienced crime journalist on the story.
Relax, Ronnie. This is my story. Leave it with me. Let's discuss it over lunch tomorrow.
Okay. But don't do anything more. See you tomorrow.
Ronnie didn't trust me on this story, but I wasn't going to let him give it to someone else. I was going to have to move fast. Come in. Hi, Georges. Great to see you.
Hope you don't mind me just dropping in.
No, not at all. How are you getting on?
Pretty good. I found the gun that was used in the robbery.
I'm impressed.
Yeah? Well, Nave wasn't. Then he threw me into a cell. He couldn't make a stick, of course. But he's convinced I'm involved. But, hey, on the bright side... Annette, the manager at Vera Security, lied about the owner of the company. When I pieced together that shredded letter...
Medovsky! That's the same guy who claims to own La Malediccio.
What? He has to be the one behind this whole scam.
You're telling me? We have to be sure.
What the...
I cannot sleep on that bed.
George, this is Senor.
Nice to meet you.
So you are this George, huh?
Senor Marquez is staying in the apartment across the hall. Apparently, he's the real owner of La Malediccio.
What?
Senor Marquez claims the painting was stolen from his family.
Really? Do you have any proof?
Senor Marquez, could you show him the photograph?
How can we prove this is you as a child?
The dates would tie up, George.
Who is this?
My father. When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother.
Who's this?
My mother, a good woman, a saint.
That's definitely La Malediccio hanging on the wall?
It belonged to my family, so it belongs to me.
If the painting really was stolen during the 1930s, then this Medovsky guy has no legitimate claim to it. But how can I be sure that you're the boy in that picture?
I can prove it. You see the medallion he's wearing? This medallion has been in our family for hundreds of years.
It's definitely the same medallion. A snake eating its own tail. That's also on the painting.
It is the Ouroboros.
The what?
The Ouroboros. My father was a Gnostic leader. La Malediccio is sacred to the Gnostics. Hence they both display the Ouroboros.
A priest I met said the painting was the devil's work.
Ha! He would say that. Do not believe all you hear from the church. Whatever you think, the painting is mine.
If Marquez was the true owner of Malediccio, then Medovsky had no legal claim to it. Might be tough to prove. So, if the painting belongs to you, how did Medovsky get it?
The fascists stole it. After that, it was lost. Until now.
We need to talk to this Medovsky. Hey, Nico?
Yes, George?
What do we know about this Medovsky character?
Ronnie said he was dangerous and very rich. He claims to be the owner of La Malediccio.
And appears to be the boss of Vera's security who were supposed to protect it. Now that kind of figures. The best way to steal something is to get hired to look after it. But why steal a painting you already own?
We need to talk to this guy.
To do that, we need to find him. So let's go over what we know about the thief.
Okay, well...
And his helmet had Waterloo Motors across it.
Not a lot to go on.
You said the thief had a tattoo.
On his arm. It was a skull and crossbones.
We need to track down Waterloo Motors.
Have you tried the internet?
I've been kind of busy.
Okay, let's have a look. Waterloo Station, Battle of Waterloo, Waterloo Kebabs, Waterloo Sunset. Here we go. Waterloo Motors. It's a garage in London. I'll send the number to your phone.
Waterloo Motors.
Hi.
How can I help you?
My name is George Stobart.
What's that got to do with us?
The guy we're looking for was wearing a helmet with Waterloo Motors on it.
Oh, yeah. It's a very popular helmet.
I don't suppose you know who might have bought one?
Well, not unless you got any more information, mate.
The killer had a tattoo on his arm. It said, Headhunters.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he bought one of our helmets just the other day.
Terrific. Do you know?
Nah. He brings his boss's Merc here to have it serviced. Word to the wise, though. I hear he don't mess about. The car's registered on Dutchy Street, if there's any help. I mean, that's all I know, mate.
No, that's more than enough. You've been...
See ya.
Bingo.
Good work. And now we've got his address.
How about a trip to London?
I thought you'd never ask.
The bed is uncomfortable, but it will do.
London cabbies. Gotta love 'em.
This is the place. Here on the right. To afford a place like this in London, you've got to be good at something. So, we clear on how we're going to do this?
Yeah, we're two insurance investigators, see? We finagle our way inside, butter Madovsky up, and then get the dirt on him, right?
Finagle?
Yeah, finagle.
George, how could I ever forget?
Good, because I suspect we're gonna need Major League Fanoodling to get in this one.
You got it. Ah, it's locked. No answer. It was topiary in progress. Excuse me? Hello?
On your bike, darling.
We're here to see Mr. Madovsky.
So?
Nice bush.
Bush? This is so much more than just a bush.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's art, love. Or to be precise, topiary.
Topiary is a transition form.
That's right. A metaphor for the human condition.
And yet,
It's not enough, is it?
not for the big questions.
Life, death.
Right and wrong.
Tell me about it.
You struggle, monsieur?
Day and night.
That is the human condition.
Can we ever escape it?
It is possible.
I see.
It is our only salvation.
Well, you've given me food for thought, you have.
Anytime.
Much appreciated.
You are welcome, monsieur.
So, anyway, what do you think?
It's a very nice eagle? A two-headed eagle.
Rizzo, get in there, my son. Yes, it's a Russian Imperial Eagle for the boss. You spotted it straight off. I owe you one, lady.
No, please. You have a rare talent. We'd like to see Mr. Madovsky. It's about the insurance on La Malediccio.
The boss doesn't take callers without an appointment. I need a good reason to bother the boss with this.
I understand, but I think he'll want to speak with us.
What makes what you have to say so important?
La Malediccio, a painting that belongs to him, has been stolen. If he wants his insurance claim processed quickly, then he'll want to speak with us. I think he might be annoyed if he finds out you never even told him we came around, right?
Okay. Hang on, I'll phone him now. Yeah, Mr. Madovsky?
Yeah, French bird.
Yeah. Yes, boss. Right, I will do. You've piqued the boss's interest. That isn't always a good thing. The gate should be open. Follow me, please. Mr. Medovsky will be right with you, madame.
Well, we're in. Now what?
We'll make him think we're all set to pay out on the policy. See if we can get him to talk.
Welcome, welcome.
Good day, monsieur. My name is Nico Collard.
You are here to discuss La Maledictio, yes?
Correct.
I am surprised to see you. My agreement with the gallery specified that my ownership should be kept in the strictest confidence. It would appear that agreement has been broken.
A man has been killed, monsieur.
An agreement is an agreement.
A life has been lost and a painting stolen, monsieur. We need to ask you a few questions.
Bravely put, Miss Collard.
How did you come into possession of La Maledictio?
I purchased it at auction.
We have reason to believe that the theft was an inside job.
Oh, that is terrible. I trust this won't delay the insurance claim.
I'm sure matters will be sorted out soon. Did you know Henri, the gallery owner?
Oh, purely on a professional basis.
Did you ever meet him personally?
No, only via email. I rarely fly.
Very conscientious, monsieur.
Well, the planet won't save itself.
Do you have receipts for the painting?
Of course. I have already sent them to your office.
These things take time to process.
What is there to process? I am the victim here.
A state you share with the deceased, monsieur. What connection do you have to Vera Security?
I've never heard of it.
Your restorer, how does he fit into all this?
Hobbs. He did a little cleaning work on La Maledictio.
There is strong evidence that ties you to Vera Security.
Oh, you are beginning to sound like a policeman, madame.
We are merely doing our jobs, monsieur. We must leave no stone unturned.
I would leave this particular stone unturned, if I were you.
I'd rattled him, but I didn't want to push too hard. Of course.
I would do that. I think that is enough for now. When do you expect the claim to be paid out?
It will not be long, monsieur.
When exactly?
Monsieur Medovsky, I'm sure you...
Please excuse the interruption, sir.
What is it, Shears?
Hobbs is here.
Tell him I'm busy.
He mentioned the,
For pity's sake, can he not just follow simple instructions? Please excuse me for a moment.
The gardener's called Shears?
Yeah, probably not what his mother christened him.
What a creep.
Very clever creep at that.
He just brushed off the Vera connection. We need something else to... I could use Marquez as leverage.
Yeah, it's just one man's word against another.
So what else can we do?
Let's take a look around. Maybe there's something here we can use against him.
Good idea, George. You search, I'll keep watch at the window.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. I picked up the business card. It read, Wilfred Hobbs. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. See a penny? Pick it up. The note read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken. Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869. It seems Armadovsky has friends in low places.
It's like my boss said.
The catch had snapped. By extraordinary good fortune, the coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch. Fancy that. Keys are always useful. Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor.
That portfolio is important. The study door's open now. Hear anything else interesting?
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous.
Understood.
I do not like questions either.
I noticed a couple of people arriving.
They were from the insurance company.
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important.
I got Hobbs' address from his car.
Okay, Josh, but hurry.
I'm going to check out the study.
Okay.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars worth of art on these walls. The desk was magnificent. The lettered panels appeared to conceal buttons. The lettered panels appeared to conceal buttons. I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic. I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a U.S. keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out. I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember... A secret drawer popped open. I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets. It certainly wasn't Medovsky's sock drawer. Hey, Nico! Come see this! I think we've struck gold.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Look, a letter from a guy called Gainin. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Maledizione.
Anything connecting Medovsky to Vera?
Well, let's see. Here we go.
Aha!
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Shears. Waterloo Motors. These are from Paris. Madame La Trex. pizza. Nico, pizza.
Georges, what have we got ourselves into? I just heard the front door close. Put everything back in order, quick!
Right. He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
Georges, the coin!
Damn, no time. Look cool, Nico. I'll handle this.
I apologize for the lengthy wait. As you can imagine...
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky.
And payment?
Very soon, monsieur. Very soon.
Is there anything else I can assist you with? Now please, if you're quite finished. I'm a busy man.
Thank you for your time, Monsieur Medovsky.
Well, no prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs' place, right?
Got it in one. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance man, Georges.
Yeah, would have thought it.
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have cracked the case and be toasting our success.
Here's hoping. Looks like rain.
Come on, let's get that cab. Taxi!
I think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
It was Hobbs's mailbox. There was a note hanging out. For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper, and some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less interesting. This could come in useful. Slasha. I popped open the van's hood. The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of... Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. A loose wire hung from the right-hand horn. A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn. Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes. George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered.
And you. That was Nave.
Let me guess.
You got it. I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire. The engine bay was up. I snipped the wire in half. That wire wasn't long enough to reach between the 2 horns. The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn. I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. I connected the wires from... Everything was wired up. The horn had power. I'd already jerry-rigged the horn. I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
All right, hold your bloomin'... What are you up to with my van?
Hello there.
So I hear. Now what are you doing in my yard?
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About bloomin' time. I'm on a deadline. You... About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best Belle Epoque floozy. That's perfect.
Nico made for a good distraction. I didn't want to play around. Those days are long. But I wondered who it did belong to.
My.
Lady Piermont. Oh, my.
Naked? Of course. Now, George, don't be shy.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun.
George, darling, pass me my robe.
Oi, what are you doing with a bloomin' robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before.
Hey! Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again. Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I turned the volume up a few notches.
Hey, stop meddling with that!
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Well, not bad if I do.
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
George, sweetheart.
Hey, stop meddling with that!
The elevator on its...
Hey, stop!
The elevator...
George, sweetheart.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the what? Her Majesty will just have to get used to...
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs...
Well...
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty.
Good. That...
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful.
I turned the thermostat up as far as it would go. I wondered if it's suspicious wiring. A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Oh, but of course. Is this good, George, darling?
Perfect. Now, just stay right there. Now is my chance. Hobbs was good. Well, it wasn't La Malediccio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting. There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck?
Huh?
Well, that was fun.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of a painting. One of these sketches is a study of that painting.
Well, sure, but what's that got to do with that? I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
You'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting.
Why didn't Medovsky mention them?
Because they're not with him.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane.
But it also puts Marchese's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Someone's lying.
Is it the gangster?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow.
Taxi? Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, Nave preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt.
Run, Georgie, run. Hide from the evil.
Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Navet.
Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But investigators never fail to start up, sir.
Your pessimism is duly noted, Moo. But have faith. This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce everything for us. The location of the second shooter will be a mystery no more. One moment.
A marvel indeed, sir. Though
your pessimism has obviously infected the circuitry, Moo. Let me think for a moment.
If I could just...
Shh! Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the laser matrix.
Sir, I have no idea what that is.
Move over, Moo. Now, let me see. Oscillating reverberator? Check. Refraction spectrometer? Check. Now. Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you.
Inspector, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, yes? I shall be the judge of that.
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shears living in London.
Fascinating. And the good news?
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me, monsieur.
It's not a joke. This guy Shears was working for a Russian ex-mobster. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Gardeners, KGB, fraud. And I have no time for fantasy. Now, stand over there and keep out of trouble until the others arrive.
Well, who are we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon. Please, I am very busy. Ah, Moo, a clever choice.
Mon Dieu!
Lane.
Stobart.
I gather you're the man to ask about the provenance for the painting.
For La Maledictio? Well, you have been busy, haven't you, Stobart?
I'd like to see it.
So speak to Bijou. She took care of the business side of the gallery. The provenance is in the office safe. She has the key.
Lane was a pushover when you had... Though it looked like Bijou hadn't been completely honest with me after all. I needed to pay her another visit. Okay, thanks.
Sir, I think we are ready to fire her up.
Yes, Moo, I was just... Do it. Moo, what have you done?
Pardon me, sir, but I believe it was you who said...
This is no time for blame. You have broken the machine.
Mon Dieu.
Stobart. Monsieur Stobart, you will not leave until this is over. Understood?
But I just need to...
This is a reconstruction.
Okay, clear. I considered making a run for it, but forcing Moo to chase me would have been cruel. And it would have been silly to risk my investigation. Better to play along with Navet. Inspector Navet. What seems to be the problem?
Monsieur Stobart, if Paris' finest cannot get this very expensive and very complex machine to work, then I doubt if an insurance salesman can...
I'm an insurance assessor.
Oh, I see. Well,
Oh, yeah? Well, la-di-da to you back.
Whatever. You are neither qualified nor clever enough to operate such an instrument.
Like us.
What was that, Moo?
I said,
I was sure I could get the machine to work if I could just get Nave out of the way. Inspector Nave. I know this sounds obvious, but are you sure it's plugged in?
Monsieur Stobart, do you really think I would be so stupid as to not check the fundamentals?
We all make mistakes.
What a ridiculous generalization, monsieur. Look, I can see from here it's... Ah.
do you need assistance, sir? Very funny, Moo.
One moment.
That got rid of him. I was going to have to figure that out quickly. Time to get the show on the road.
See, Moo?
I'm not sure that you...
Precisely. You knew my superior intellect would win through in the end.
Yes, sir. Sir, I beg your pardon, but I think there is a teeny snag.
Go on.
We have no victim.
Good God, Moo,
No, sir. Just saying we need a body, sir.
Ah, yes. I, of course, foresaw this, and I nominate... you.
Me?
Have you ever acted, Monsieur Stobart?
Well, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I...
You played the cat?
No.
So, not the lead. Half-truths again, monsieur. Nevertheless, here is your chance to play a real lead role.
But he looks nothing like the victim, sir.
Oh, damn it, Moo. Let me think of a way to make this work.
Relying on Nave's problem-solving skills could mean a long, long wait. I had to find something to make me more like Henri. I'll have a look around. Maybe I'll find something.
Yes, you do that. Ah, you have arrived at last. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
Father Simeon, Nico.
Hi, George.
Welcome to the asylum.
Let me guess. Nave is overjoyed we've solved the case and he's putting us up for an award.
Not quite.
But that's crazy.
Tell me about it.
So what do we do now?
Carry on anyway, and nail Medovsky.
What about Nave?
Ignore him.
And this charade?
The reconstruction? Well, sooner it starts, sooner it's over.
George, what on earth is that machine?
It's Nave's baby.
But we already know what happened.
Sure we do.
Quiet, please! Out!
Nave was in a crime world of his very own. The best place to find Henri's things was in his office. On the head of the statue was a pair of Henri's glasses. Maybe, just maybe, the glasses would make me look like Henri. I found these glasses of Henri's.
Stole or found? Come on, everyone, into position.
This process is ridiculous.
God moves in mysterious ways, Father.
Indeed.
Shh! Stobart, you are supposed to be dead.
I tried to tell Navet the truth about his bloodstain.
Didn't he believe you?
His faith is in science, Mr. Stobart, not God.
Father?
Yes, my son.
Last time we met, you said the stolen painting was evil.
Let me explain. I'm a Dominican, Mr. Stobart.
Why?
Because heresy is evil.
Okay.
For 1,000 years we have fought against heresy. Indeed, our enemies gave us a nickname. Dominicanis. Dominican, you see?
Very clever.
Now this painting, the Maledictio, is without doubt heretical.
Whoa, hold on. How can a painting be heretical?
Because it is filled with Gnostic imagery.
What kind of imagery?
Evil imagery. The Ouroboros.
So you think the painting itself is evil?
It trails murder in its wake, Mr. Stobart.
And murder is police work, monsieur.
The Ouroboros. What exactly is it?
It is a Gnostic symbol. There are trees illustrated within the Ouroboros. They symbolize knowledge. The painting must be destroyed to stop this knowledge being revealed.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Only 36 more to do. Please remain in position while we reset the machine.
Vade retro, Satana.
What's the matter?
It is worse than I thought.
What is it? It's just a sketch.
Not just a sketch.
I wondered if it was something I'd said.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Father Simeon, I forbid you to leave. This is...
Don't you understand? The painting is evil.
The devil?
Don't you understand? The Tabula Veritatis.
Well, someone is upset. Pressing your witnesses a little too hard, Inspector Navet?
And you are?
Richard Langham, Interpol, serious art theft. We spoke on the phone, Inspector?
Ah, yes, sir.
What exactly is this machine, Inspector?
A little invention of mine, Monsieur Langham.
Not to worry, Inspector. Perhaps you could move aside?
Ah, of course. It is rather groundbreaking.
Pizza box. It looks like your suspect was a Hawaiian.
A Hawaiian?
Mon Dieu! Moo! Get up! There is a surf killer on the loose.
Sorry, Inspector. I mean, Hawaiian pizza.
Pizza? Moo! You fool! Forget the surf shops.
Nah, Inspector, if you don't mind, And in the meantime, perhaps you should try and get your priest back. Madame Collard. Mr. Stobart, I assume.
Langham sounded a little more on the ball. Maybe he'd bring a dose of common sense to the case.
So, Inspector Navet brought me up to speed and told me about you guys.
I can guess what he said. But what's your interest in the robbery?
I've been tracking a gang of art thieves for some time. But Navet is worse than useless.
We're flattered.
Just doing our jobs.
We all are, or at least trying to. I gather you insured the exhibition.
That's right, and we're liable to lose a packet.
Any leads so far?
Maybe. There's a Russian guy called Madovsky who turns out to be the owner of the painting.
Madovsky?
You know him?
Oligarch, oil, art, aluminium. Ex-KGB. You need to be careful. Madovsky's dangerous.
For a cop, Langham seemed okay. Trouble with doing deals with cops, there's usually a payback down the line. But I figured that'd be a price worth paying to bring down Madovsky. We found evidence that links Madovsky to the company that installed the security at the gallery.
Interesting.
And one of his men, a guy called Shears.
Really?
We also found a letter from someone called Gainan.
Gainan? The name rings a bell?
No, we were in a hurry.
What about the priest?
Ah, the good Father Simeon. Well, something spooked him, that's for sure.
So I gather.
He kept saying La Maledizio was evil.
Perhaps he's right. I'll take leads from anyone, Mr. Stobart. Let's keep in touch. Thank you for your help. Coffee's on me. Oh, Miss Collard, Mr. Stobart.
So, George, what do you think?
Interesting. He seems to be on top of things.
I agree.
You know, Nico, this could start getting dangerous.
You think Langham's right about Madovsky?
Well, he appears to be on the ball.
I thought he was cute.
He was English, Nico. They're all cute to you.
Hidden depths, too.
Oh, yeah? What about my hidden depths?
You showed me those long ago, Georges. Well, I'm off home to write up the story so far. You?
I need to pay Bijou another visit. Bijou had told me she didn't have anything to do with the business. But Lane said the opposite.
Yes?
Bijou? The air was heavy with incense and alcohol. Reminded me of the old alma mater. What happened?
Georges, please help me. I am lost. Oh, help me. You must help me.
What's wrong, Bijou?
I can play a song.
You mean the record?
I stumbled and
What song was it, Bijou?
I'm lost without it.
The name of the song, Bijou.
Jasmine.
I'll see what I can do. Who sang the song?
My darling Henri, of course. Get me another one, Georges.
I guess I can try.
Oh, you...
I felt terrible. I was anything but a darling.
Please help me.
I arrived back at the shopping arcade. I had a closer look at Bassam's stock.
Check it out, George. I've had quite a stock update, and I've got to say the metrics on some of this stuff is startling.
They looked interesting. A stack of those cards that play music when you open them. Hey, Bassam, how's business?
Good to see you, George. Gotta say, the new branding's hitting the demographic right between the eyes.
Sold anything?
This is a soft market, George.
Does one of your cards play the song Jasmine?
Sounds familiar. I think that's by the Hairy Lobsters.
Bassam certainly knew his stock.
Aha! Here it is.
How much?
It's yours, if you mention my shop to 3 other people.
Done. Thanks. Thank you. Bijou, it's George again. How about this card? It plays the tune.
Our song. Oh, how wonderful.
Bijou?
Henri?
About the provenance.
No talking, sweetie. Just dancing.
But
It's safe.
she only wanted Henri.
Henri.
Henri looked very much at peace. Stealing a flower from a corpse. How low had I sunk? I found myself at Bijou's well-equipped dressing table. I grabbed a strip. Prepare for wax. Sorry, little fella. I'll see you in Rio. I didn't want it on my eyes, but perhaps a slight dusting. My hair was now the same color as Henri's. Time to bring... Henri had more facial hair than me. With my mouth firmly closed, instant goatee. Looking good, but not quite there yet. It was hard to see the color of Henri's eyes behind the glasses. I added Henri's glasses. I looked more and more like a gallery owner. Getting there, but I needed to flower power my outfit. That wouldn't have worked. I added Henri's flower to my buttonhole. The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect hippie vibe. It was working. I had the outfit exactly, but I added Henri's bret to my disguise. There. As I looked into the mirror, I saw Henri looking back at me.
Henri, there you are, you naughty boy.
With pleasure, chérie.
Henri, isn't this wonderful? Just like old times.
Better let her sleep. I had the key. And besides, I wanted to get my hands on that letter of provenance. I was surprised to see Father Simeon at the cafe.
George, a moment, if you please.
Is everything all right, Father?
No, my son. Great evil. That sketch you showed me in the gallery. It showed an image hidden inside the Ouroboros.
Dangerous?
The symbol represents a heresy.
The Tablet of Truth?
It is a tablet of lies.
Tell me more about this Tabula Veritatis.
It is an artifact capable of undoing the whole of creation. It was smuggled out of the Holy Land millennia ago. In 1209, the Church launched a glorious crusade in the Cathar heartlands of southern France. We wiped out almost all the Cathars, and with them, my order, the Dominicans, were formed at that time to seek out and eradicate any remaining Gnostics. But we failed in our primary objective. We presumed it lost, but
were the Cathars all killed?
All that came forward to fight.
I still don't get why the Gnostics are so evil.
They see God as simply the creator of the physical world, and revere Lucifer as the lord of the spiritual realm.
Wow. What's so terrible about this tablet?
Like Lucifer himself, the Gnostics could be anywhere.
Well, thank you, Father. That was some story.
Be careful. Guard this knowledge.
Please excuse me. I have to get back to the gallery.
I will remain here and follow you when no one is looking. I have more I must tell you.
I had to get into the gallery and find the provenance, but I was really looking forward to hearing what else Father Simeon had to tell me.
What do you get if you multiply 6 by 9?
Time to look in the safe. I opened the compartment again. The ring had an inscription, Henri and Bijou forever. I had a feeling the ring would be useful. A note was attached to the front of the document wallet. It read, Cherie, this should do the trick. Now why would Hobbs be sending romantic little notes to Bijou? That had to be the elusive Provenance. It clearly stated that Medovsky was the owner, but I'd learned never to take things at face value. I had to take a closer look at this. At first glance, the Provenance looked authentic, but something wasn't right. The sketch was drawn on similar paper to the Provenance. The coffee cup stains matched exactly, as did the tear. The Provenance must have been created by Hobbs. It was a fake. I had to get out there and the diamond ring was just what I needed to cut through the glass. Father?
The Gnostics. You must stop them.
Who did this, Simeon?
Don't let them. They are going to raise the devil.
Those were his last words. First Henri, now Simeon. Simeon had been carrying a scan of an old manuscript with a covering note. Both were written in Latin. Fortunately, I hadn't forgotten the Latin I'd learned at school. The note read, "The Tabula Veritatis only appears in one file. The Inquisition into Heretical Depravity by Nicholas Emmerich, A.D. 1376. Scan attached." The note was signed by the Vice Prefect of the Vatican Archives. Simeon must have done some digging after he recognized the symbol on Hobbs's sketch. It was a photocopy of an old Latin text. Although a bit rusty, it read, "And thus spoke, in this ritual we find, clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the Spirit and look towards the rising sun. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way. And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue, for thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure. Pure light, white light, pure light will win." So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. It was powerful. I wondered how it could. The illustration showed a group of colored figures engaged in some sort of ritual. The blue and green figures appeared to be in control. The crowd in the foreground were colored red. I guessed it was a representation of the ritual in the text. The first passage read, "And thus, in this, clad in," and looked toward, clad in, I wondered what. The second passage read, "And for thus, into, knowledge is," I wondered what.
My God, what have you done?
Huh? I know this looks like...
Like you've been caught red-handed?
Excuse me.
Josh, something terrible has happened at the apartment.
Nico, hang on. Lane, it's not what it looks like.
Murdering a priest still?
It's a simple misunderstanding. Look. Nico!
In here. Oh, hi, Georges.
I thought you were being attacked.
When I arrived, there was someone here.
Did you get a look at him?
No, it happened so quick.
What a mess.
I don't know. Or dead.
Not another killing.
What do you mean?
I just came from the gallery.
My God! Who did it?
I don't know, but before he died, he begged me to stop the Gnost.
The devil? Whoever's doing the killing, Georges.
Okay, but who? Simeon and Marquez were both attacked at the same time.
I don't know. But whoever came here was looking for something. The place has been ransacked. I'm going to clean up. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, I'll take a... The chair had been knocked over in the fight. But there was something glinting underneath. It was Marquez's medallion. There'd clearly been a struggle. I spotted something in the mess. It was Marquez's family photo. Marquez wouldn't have intentionally left the photo behind. The sofa was a real mess, but there was something between the cushions. It was one of the photographs that Nico had taken during the robbery. It showed a section of La Maledicció. Marquez had written on it. There was still quite a bloodstain. I really hoped that Marquez was all right.
Hey, Georges, you find anything?
Marquez's medallion, and one of your photos of the robbery. Marquez scribbled all over it. Simeon must have been right. The painting is some kind of map.
We should... Hold on, my phone. Hello? Oui?
This is Inspector Navet. I am looking for the American.
Yes, he's right here.
Mon Dieu! Stay calm, madame.
In my neighbor's apartment.
Do not worry. I am just moments away.
But he seems so charming.
Trust me, madame. The leopard never changes his tracks.
That was Navet.
Lane saw me with Simeon's body.
Well, Navet's on his way.
We have to go, Nico, now.
Down the back stairs. We'll go through Fleur's shop.
Ah, there you are. Right on time.
Sorry, Fleur, but we can't stop.
Suit yourself.
Damn it. Sergeant Moo is outside the door. He's talking to someone.
Oh, no, it's Adam.
Who?
My neighbor.
Ah,
That's the one.
Hey, Fleur. Great to see you again. You were expecting us?
30 more seconds and you would have been caught. Charged with the murder of a priest.
Whoa.
News travels fast through the ether, Georges. Take this.
What do I do with a ball of yarn? Bribe Moo with a nice Aran sweater?
You will find the way. Now, excuse me.
Oh, hi, Adam.
Hi, Nico. They say I can't go up to my apartment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wonder why too. Yeah, I'm George, by the way.
Adam,
I know.
Fleur, can I sit here for a while?
By all means.
So what now?
You take a look around. I'll...
Go ahead, George. Take a few.
Thanks. There were boxes stacked along the wall. They were all labeled. Florist's foam, flower food, ribbon, pee-pee, bouquet labels. Pee-pee? My curiosity was aroused. It was a plastic statue.
Careful with that. It's just come in. Special order.
What is it?
A replica mannequin piece. Fill it with water, pop in some batteries.
Very tasteful. Hey there, Adam.
Oh, hey, George.
Do you know what's going on with the police?
No, they wouldn't tell me.
Good. I mean, strange.
It's annoying. I'm really tired.
Oh, been anywhere interesting?
I've just come back from a coin fair.
Well, that's fascinating. So, tell me more about this coin fair.
It's Europe's biggest. So much to see.
I bet.
Oh my God, that's a platinum 12 ruble.
It is? I mean, yeah, of course it is. You know, it's gonna be a rough day, Adam.
Are you serious? I'll get my pal Stefan to value it.
Hey, maybe you could use the money to redecorate your apartment.
But it doesn't need redecorating.
That's a matter of opinion. I stopped the disc. Ocean Dreamscapes. Just what I needed with the day I was having. Those might come in handy. Fleur, do you mind if I change the music?
Good idea.
The sound of lapping waves was affecting Moo, but I was going to need something more to open the floodgates. I slotted the battery into the mannequin. A jaunty series of LEDs lit up around the figure. I poured the whiskey into the mannequin. Sláinte, wee man, sláinte. I placed the statue in the trolley and switched on the waterworks. The mannequin cheerfully sprayed a stream of golden whiskey. Nice. I gave the trolley a push. Fleur certainly kept her bearings well greased. Okay, that's Moo out of the way. Let's go, Nico.
Where?
To see Bijou. She's been telling me a crock of lies since day one.
So you're telling me that Bijou and Hobbs were having an affair?
Yeah, so she's got some explaining to do. Bijou,
Can't it wait?
No, it really can't.
All right.
In the daylight, and without the fog of incense,
George, how delightful to see you.
may I present my friend Nico?
George and I go way back.
Oh, really? Well, don't worry, my dear.
Bijou, we're here to clear up a few points, if you don't mind. How are you, Bijou?
I have the teeniest of headaches, chérie.
I figured it was the champagne before the nap that had done the damage. I need you to be honest with me, Bijou. Do you know a painter called Hobbs?
No, I don't think so.
He certainly knows you.
So many artists, darling.
This is a note from Hobbs that I found in your safe.
How did you get access to that? How dare you?
Bijou, you gave me the keys.
I did? We didn't do anything else, did we, Georges?
The note is addressed to you. You were in charge of the paperwork.
Oh, so what if I was?
The note from Hobbs makes it quite clear that you knew him rather well.
Oh, all right, I did.
So, you lied to me. So you had the provenance made.
I'm not admitting anything.
I believe this is for you.
A diamond ring? What has that to do with me?
A gift for you, from Henri.
Henri bought me so many expensive things. He never needed to.
I think Henri asked Medovsky for more money so that he could buy you that ring.
And maybe that's the reason he was shot.
Nico.
No, honey. She's right. Truth is, I love them both. And now Henri is dead because of me. Go ahead. Ask your questions.
So, you and Hobbs are lovers?
We have been ever since 75. They were in a band together back then.
So you were unfaithful to Henri right from the start.
It was never cheating.
So you had Hobbs fake the provenance so that Lane would approve it for the insurance?
Wilf passed it to me, and I persuaded Lane to sign it. Wilf is brilliant at what he does.
So what was Medovsky's role in all this?
It was all his idea. He'd had an offer on La Malédiction from someone, so Wilf put Medovsky in touch with me and Henri. He wanted to cash in on both the sale and the insurance. He set up the security company to deal with the robbery. I've been such a fool. Henri was never supposed to die.
I know you didn't mean for that to happen.
Wilf called me yesterday trying to comfort me. He said he would take care of me.
Does that mean he has the painting?
Yes. Something about the original being behind my behind.
Thanks, Bijou. You've been very helpful.
You know, I had the strangest dream earlier. Henri was here, and we danced together again.
That must have been wonderful. Anyway, thanks again for your time, and... Nico, I think it's time we went to London.
George, do you have something you need to tell me?
No. Can't think of anything right now. But let's go, shall we? So in the end, Hobbs was at the heart of the whole scam.
All we have to do now is find the painting.
Yeah, then we blow everything open.
I get that front page story.
And I get to clear my name. And keep my job.
So much for your devil-worshipping Gnostic, George.
Well, you know me. Nothing I like more than a good conspiracy. Hold on a second.
What's the matter?
This chain. It's from the gate.
So?
It's been forced.
A break-in?
Or maybe a breakout?
Maybe. But this doesn't feel right.
Hey, Nico, take a look at this.
Do you think someone used it to force the gate?
Possibly. But their loss is our gain. You never know when you're going to need a crowbar. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. No Hobbs.
Out cold, probably.
A blast on the horn had worked last time. Ominous. Hey, Nico. This drain pipe looks climbable.
Are you mad?
Hey, get out of here!
Seagull problems, George?
That's one nasty bird. Hey, Nico.
What, George?
Do me a favor and honk the horn.
No problem. Be careful, George!
Wait there, Nico. I'll come and let you in. Something isn't right.
We'd better be careful.
Whoa. You better come and take a look at this.
Mon Dieu.
Oh, no, it's not. In the style of Manet. Or, as the experts prefer to call it, Hobbs isn't just a restorer.
Oh, that must be...
You. Hobbs is good.
And that's you. Oh my, you look very...
Violated.
Yes.
Yes.
Is she
Yep.
in your...
Yeah.
Oh, so all along we were just modeling for a forgery.
Forgery. Terrific, huh? Let's just pretend this never happened, okay?
What are you doing?
I'm not exactly sure yet. That should do the trick.
So what now?
Let's see what Hobbs keeps tucked away up here.
So this is Hobbs's lair.
Not exactly the penthouse suite, is it? Nico.
What is it?
Hobbs's answer phone.
Let's hear them.
You have 2 messages. Message 1.
Hobbs, Medovsky here. I'm at the airport.
Final call for passengers for flight BA470 to Barcelona.
It is a shame that you would like to be released from our agreement. But if that is your wish, I respect it. I shall send my men around to tie up any loose ends. Take care, my friend.
Message 2. Hello, darling. It's Bijou. Look, sweetie, but I'm going to have to put our little plans on hold. I've spoken to that insurance man and his girlfriend. I want to be with you, Wilfie. But Henri's murder, you know. Anyway, I can't possibly leave here until his name is cleared. I feel so guilty, darling. Do take care with that Russian, my love. Bon voyage, my love. A bientôt. You have no more messages.
Wow.
So Bijou knew about everything. At least she was faithful to Henri in the end. And what if Medovsky's guy got here first?
What if Medovsky's guy's still here? Strange. Hey, Nico, come and take a look at this. This painting.
It's a woman's buttocks, George.
I know that, but know what? I think it's Bijou.
I don't want to know how you know that, George. But didn't she say the painting was hidden behind her behind?
Exactly.
So maybe.
Damn it, it's screwed into the wall. Apart from some old pipework, the cupboard was empty. Who knows what useful objects this cupboard might hold?
Don't get too excited, George.
Well, looky here. You never know when you might need a Diet Cola. Oh no.
What's up?
Nico?
Oh no! Hobbs! Is he?
Dead?
Poor guy.
He's been strangled. You know, maybe Simeon was right.
The painting didn't kill him, Georges.
Whoever did this was a professional. Dead man's mints. No law against taking them.
You have no shame, Georges.
Take a look at this. Someone's cut out a painting from this frame. The canvas left around the frame looks just like La Malediccio.
If that was La Malediccio...
But remember how Bijou said the original was hidden?
You're right.
And Hobbs is a master forger.
Then whoever stole this one has got themselves a genuine Hobbs fake.
And the original should still be around here. Nico, come and take a look at this. Looks like Hobbs has been busy. A map of Catalonia, sketches and notes on the painting.
Do you think Hobbs was looking for this tabula veritatis?
I think Hobbs was a lot cleverer than he seemed. This is the human pyramid from the painting.
Castel. The Catalan word for castle. Do you think the two are linked?
Castel dels Sants. I think Sants means saints.
That's what Marquez wrote on the photo.
So that would make a Castel dels Sants a tower of saints.
Like in the painting. This must be the clue.
La Malediccio!
We found it!
Amazing!
You're sure it's the real thing?
Well, I'm no expert, but...
Look! In the middle!
It's the same face that Hobbs drew on his sketch, and the same symbol cut into his forehead.
He must have uncovered it when he was cleaning the painting. But I wonder why a tree was originally painted over it.
Like Simeon said, hidden Gnostic secrets. One thing is certain, this one is the original.
Which means whoever cuts the painting from that easel has a copy.
And I'll bet my bottom dollar it doesn't have the hidden image in the Ouroboros.
I guess this pretty much ties up the investigation, Georges.
Yep. Should be enough to get Nave off my back.
In the end, it was all about money.
And greed. Medovsky wanted to sell the painting and claim the insurance.
And he didn't care how many people he killed. So what now?
I guess so. I do wonder what that secret map points to.
You still think the evil Gnostics are behind it all?
I don't know.
Such as?
Well, what do those symbols on the painting mean? What was Marquez really up to? Why was the sign of the Tabula Veritatis hidden under layers of paint?
And why is the building on fire?
And what did you say fire? We need to get out of here. I dropped the mints into the cola and... An open skylight looked like our ticket out of here. Tying the sheet to the crowbar made a halfway decent grappling hook. This should help us get out of here. After you, Nico. Terrific. Out of the fire into the frying pan.
Wait! George! Isn't that...
Langham? Oh, thank God. Hey! Langham!
Langham! Help! We're up here!
Quick! Round here.
Why didn't he help us?
I don't know. Maybe because he started the fire. Because he wanted to kill us.
Why?
I have no idea.
You think he killed Hobbs?
Could be. Maybe Simeon too.
So who is he? And who does he really work for?
I don't know.
George! Do you hear that?
London's finest.
So what now?
Now, we go to Spain. Nico and I had thought the adventure was over. Actually, we'd only just started. Nothing was what it seemed. On a trail of... Let's just hope we got here before the bad guys.
Seems quiet enough.
Looks like nobody's been here for years.
Must have been a beautiful place. You think the tabular is really going to be here?
Somewhere. If we can just decode the painting. Well, it looks deserted.
Deserted?
Did you see who it was?
No, the sun was in my eyes.
Looks like somebody's beating us to it.
But who?
Langham?
Whoever it is.
All right. You make a diversion. And be careful.
Are you kidding?